Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a max effort upper day. It's also my birthday, so nice to get a decent little PR on my birthday. But a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. So I decided I really do want to keep working my incline bench a lot. I'm weakest, I think, off the chest when I go to a wider grip bench. Pinkies on the ring or more, and I do want to start experimenting with even going way outside the rings, index finger on the rings over time to see how strong I am on it, primarily for max effort variations. But, we ramped up. The 275 felt pretty good right here, so I'm like, let me make another jump, went up to 285. Felt like the 285 was real close to a max. It felt heavier than it looked on camera. It felt kind of grindy, especially locking past about the halfway point. But I feel like I really get a lot of my lat out of the bottom. I get a lot of lat popping out of the bottom on incline. And it's because I almost can't touch the bar to my chest. My lats literally stop me from retracting my scapula. Again, I can't touch my chest on an overhead press, by the way, or say a lat pull down. I actually can't do it. So I really feel like my lats help drive me out of the bottom here. But at the same time, the pec stretch is phenomenal. So I need to keep doing the incline. And I watch my lifters like Doug. Doug just hit a double body weight bench at his first meet. You guys saw me put up, I think yesterday, his 325 incline. Okay. So 285, and I've got a goal. I need to get this incline up to 315. Okay. I feel like when I can incline 315, my bench should go up. But I'm keeping stuff basic on today's max effort day. Let's stick with the stuff that works. You know what? Floor press, flat bench, I actually get a lot out of them as rep work. So I did a bunch of pause benching here, pinkies on the rings. Why pinkies on the rings? It's where I get the deepest stretch on the pecs. If I go closer or wider, I don't get as much of a lengthened position on the pectorals. So this lets me get the most pec stretch at the bottom, which, in theory, hypothetically, should allow for the best growth. Okay. This is an overall pec builder. Incline is slightly biased towards upper pecs and anterior delts, but it still works the lower pecs, just like this works the upper pecs. So again, also in just direct carryover to benching. So even if I end up going wider than this or closed grip next time I compete, which, we're going to test all of them. I'm just going to rotate through them as max lifts and stuff. We'll test all of them. We'll see where they're at. This will give me carryover though. Right, because it will build the pecs. It'll get me strong out of the bottom. Incline is even better for getting you strong out of the bottom. So I'm going to work these things. And I've realized, messing around with some stuff, that now that I'm not doing pull-ups, my shoulders feel good. I think at the end of the day, it's pull-ups. It's pull-ups that really aggravate my shoulders. This is where I got the shoulder injuries. The pull-up led to the overuse that made me pull that lat that time on a deficit deadlift. My shoulder impingement happened after a phase of tons and tons of pull-ups. Okay, all my injuries, all my shoulder injuries have been built around that. I don't think the overhead press is really the problem, even though I do have some range of motion issues due to my structure. I don't think it's my issue. I'm like, look, let me work some incline and overhead. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Again, for getting powerful out of the bottom of the bench. So the incline work, I supersetted this with just bent over barbell rows. I'm like, I just want to mess with some bores. I want the grip training. These are extremely hard on my grip, although I got my belt in a bad position on the second set. Again, I get great deadlift carryover out of any sort of barbell row. My low back is really healthy right now. I don't feel like it's going to get fatigued from doing some of this stuff, so I don't mind some standing stuff. Just like I'm working good mornings back in. My low back health from all the reverse hypers is so good right now that I feel like I can handle these things. And so let's go ahead and do it. So we kept everything real big and real basic today. The only single joint movement I did was some heavy hammer curls. Okay, we kept everything basic. So I did supersets with the incline, with a pause inclines, with the bent over rows. Did 3 sets of 8 on each one. And it's mainly the grip is almost the issue. Now people say, well, why would you let your grip limit your rows? Because when I strap up, I cheat even more. And I don't really work my lats any better, it feels like. My lats and upper back get hammered hard, even with this. Even though grip and arms seem to be the limit, I get a hell of a back pump. Also, people who've seen me shirtless realize my back is probably my biggest body part. My lats are bigger than everything else on me. Everyone thinks of, oh, my legs. No, except when you guys have seen me do pull-ups and stuff shirtless in the past. My lats are way bigger than anything. They're probably my dominant muscle. They grow from anything I do. Doesn't matter. Rows, pull-ups, any type of row, any sort of pull-up, any sort of chin-up, my lats grow. My lats grow from deadlifts. So I'm not that worried, so what? It ends up being a grip and an arm exercise for me more than anything. Now, ironically, I feel my biceps more on most rows than I do my lats, even though my lats are big. My arm's not so big. But I'm like, oh, it's fine. We'll let it be an arm exercise and a lat exercise and an upper back. But I want everything biased towards the upper. So it's like, why do pull-ups when they hurt me when the rows hit the upper back harder? Same thing, all my pressing outside of the benching, let's work that upper chest, let's work the delts. I went with this bar because this bar always feels good on my shoulders. Now, people know that due to my structural limitations, which I've demonstrated, I can't really lock it out overhead, and that's fine, I don't care. I don't care. If I can't do it, I can't do it. Why? Why does it not matter? Because we want to build everything in the bottom. And I saw this and realized I'm definitely losing body fat. The hamstrings there, definitely getting leaner. The cutting is paying off. I mean, I still know that I have a lot of body fat I need to lose ideally because my legs and stuff look so lean, but my whole waistline and low back and everything, they're not. They're really not. Trust me, the legs are an illusion as to my overall body fat. I can guarantee you that. If you guys saw me shirtless, you'd be like, oh, never mind, you're right. I don't think I'm under 15% body fat right now. Best case. I'm probably 15 to 18, somewhere in there. So there's body fat to lose. But I decided, again, supersetting this stuff to get it done quicker. I want this workouts done in an hour. So supersetting, pressing, and pulling. It works really, really good, just like I did supersets with the hammer curls and JM presses coming up here at the end. All right, I only did 2 sets of the overhead press, though, because I just want to make sure my shoulders feel okay doing them, and they feel fine even now. Really happy with it. I feel like a lot of the stuff I'm doing has been healing old inflammation and possible injuries, strengthening connective tissue. Everything is feeling really good right now. And again, this is why, when I had one medical doctor who's a coach tell me when I wasn't using growth hormone, he's like, you're powerlifting over 40. You're not using growth hormone, you're an idiot. And you're being dumb about it. You're smarter than this. Just be honest about it. It's definitely making a difference now as far as inflammation, tendons. He was absolutely right. So again, because these things got skewed, there's a little bit of difference in the supersets. Like I ended up doing a JM press and then another dumbbell row because I only did 2 sets of overhead press. But then it balanced out in the end by doing 2 sets of hammer curls. So people say, is that enough for biceps? Well, yeah. I mean, think about it. This is a second upper body this week, right? Did 6 sets of pretty hard rows, 2 sets of hammer curls, right? It all hits the biceps. It all hits the whole, all the pulling muscles of the arm. The whole forearm, the radial brachialis, the brachialis biceps. Everything got work. Great grip training tool. All of this is great for grip, by the way. These are all variations that help grip. Out of the rowing types, these 2 are going to hit the grip the hardest because you don't get a break. Okay, and no straps. Hammer curls work grip better than any other type of curl. It's all good grip training. And, all of it builds support muscles for my benching. And that's a big, important point also. Critical point. All this helps with that squish on the bench. The bicep and radial brachialis and stuff work together, give you more squish on the arm out of the bottom of the bench. The bigger lats, upper back helps you out of the bottom of the bench. All right, I'm trying to build that raw bench up. And since I already do all the west side type stuff and conjugate stuff with the bands and chains for speed work, I'm really trying to push my supplemental work at the moment to get me off the chest faster. And I know that's really where I stick because even at the last meet, I did close grip and I missed the 3rd attempt right in the middle. All right, if you're missing the middle of a closed grip, that is the equivalent of missing at the bottom on a wider grip. Just been my experience in terms of musculature. So we could talk about triceps all we want, and I do need bigger triceps, and I'm going to continue to hit triceps like I'm doing here. And I think I'll work in some band work maybe on dynamic day. I'll work a bunch of high volume band work in, I think, to keep the elbows healthy. But everything is feeling really good right now, right? Everything's feeling good right now. But I don't want to lose that. So again, even the triceps today were a big movement, JM press, with a plate per side. So really the only thing small we did were the hammer curls, but it's max effort day. So, who cares? All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.